Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Animation Oatmeal. This is Anne, and we'll start by talking about the Epic Lyrics assignment. So, for this assignment, the goal was to really focus on syncing the text with the audio and also legibility of the text, making it make the text as legible as possible. And another goal of this assignment was also to animate some secondary animation, but without it competing with the main focus, which was the type animation. So let's dive in. We'll start with Barb's animation. So she was able to animate the first scene. And animating just the first scene is totally fine. If you don't have time, don't worry about it. Just focus on the first scene. I kind of discourage you to try the hard version. It's really way too long. Start with the easy one, and if you really love it, you can revisit at the end of the course and maybe do the whole thing, and that could be a fun thing to try. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, that's it. So let's dive in a little bit. So Barb, I like how you have this yellow rectangle moving up. Our eyes are moving it up there, and everything kind of snaps together here, which is lovely. And this part appears. I'm wondering if you can time it so that right when the shapes move up, the yay could appear like maybe a frame or two earlier, because there's kind of like a pause here, but that's just a little detail, just something to try. And you've got this one coming in, bringing our eye to I've got a Matt you can track. So lovely work. Okay, so next up, in no particular order, this one is from Kate. So let's take a look. Awesome. So one thing I would say, like, everything's very legible. I like how you have different ways to have these letters come in. This one is just kind of sliding in. This one is like growing. It's moving in. This is the A is a scale. And then you've got Matt just kind of sliding in like this. Position, scale. Okay. Overall, there's certain things that are kind of floating around, which is cool. It could work very well. I think the only part where I think it works less well, if I can say it that way, is this X here. I feel like it's so slow, and then my eye is attracted to it, and I'm not really reading the text. I'm kind of thinking, oh, what's this X doing? And my eye ends up way over here, and I'm not really reading this. So I'm wondering if you can have this X just kind of appear like really quick at the end, or just make sure that this text is on first. Maybe that could be a solution. You need a pre-comp to, I like how this 2 is just rotating it. Handle all of the layers I stack, and then you've got a few circles kind of slowly moving, but that works well. I think it's not too strong of a move, and I'm still kind of looking at the text. So overall, I think you did an awesome job, Kate. Okay, next up, Amit. Okay, it's amazing how with the same elements, just all of these animations feel a little bit different. So Amit, I like how you have this circle kind of go down this rectangle, but it is kind of driving my eye away. I'm looking at it here, and then all of a sudden, I'm here, but then this word pops up here. And remember, the text is the focus, not the secondary animation. So I'm wondering, like, maybe the yay appears and maybe then this animation can start going, moving our eye down to see the rest. Or the circle kind of moves us through this text or something like that. Right now, you're kind of making my eye just go off frame, and then I have to go back up to look at the text. It doesn't feel as smooth, but otherwise, really good syncing of everything. And watch out here, track is like a little bit hidden by this this bar. I think you changed the design a little bit, so this needs to be more legible. So I do like how this is continuing to turn, which means I'm looking back up there and then looking at this text. I'm not sure about frames. It's a little bit crazy the way it kind of circles in, but make sure you line up everything perfectly. The MES is a bit lower than FRA. R on the attack. Yeah, I like how these kind of fall down. So here oh yes, here you chose to have all of the secondary shapes already in there, almost all of them, which is not a bad idea. It's you're kind of thinking that things are going to appear in the middle. And then all of the layers I stack. Again, you got these circles and square going off frame. You're moving our eyes off the frame, but you want them in. And then the stack kind of falls down with the animal sound. So anyway, all in all, I think you did a really great job and a good syncing of the text with the audio. So last but not least, here's Justin's animation. Yeah, I got a magic track. Keep Franco on the attack. You need to flick off the handle. All of the layers are stacked. Bah. Okay, so one thing I noticed right away is that for this scene and this, the last words really kind of snap on in a very satisfying manner. So starting here, so let's look at it again. I'll just turn this sound off though. So look, it just attack just snaps, and then handle snaps, and then stack snaps, which I love. And then I think the beginning should be the same way. So track is just kind of coming in slowly. I'd like to see it like snap into place like all of the other ones that you did. So you've got this, the word coming in, and then these shapes pointing to the next text coming in. I like how this bar is almost like, you can imagine that that's the bar is making these kind of jump up, which is fun. And then it just kind of, the only thing I would say is that this circle here is so tiny. You changed the design that way, and it's just so tiny you can hardly see it, and it's just, I'd rather not have it, or try to do something with the bigger circle. When you're animating a design, you don't want to change things that way usually. So I like how these pop on, and the crown kind of wiggles are on the, so attack just zooming up is so nice, it's very nice. And it kind of like pushes the X into existence almost, which I like. And the handle just slapping in all of the layers I stack. So you've got these. So all in all, I mean, it's very legible. My eyes are on this text. The secondary animation is there to support that, which is great. You've got some, some good movements going on, kind of bringing our eye to where we need to read. that little extra image is fun. So yeah, my major comment would be that just track can come in more in a snappier manner, just to kind of mimic the rest. You've all done an amazing job so far with this assignment. Very high quality work. I'm sorry I couldn't show more, but I encourage all of you to go into the homework locker and look at what other students did. And so let's go to the next video where I'll be talking about the logo liftoff assignment.